What's going on, YouTube? Doing a night walk. Was walking around the neighborhood tonight. Had to take care of some stuff. I figured we'd do a walk on 86th Street since I am on my way home. And I did have the camera on me, so this is spontaneous. Not spontaneous combustion, but spontaneous walk streaming. Right now I'm on 25th Avenue. It is getting dark. 86th Street should be pretty much closing down for the most part. It's around, I want to say it's like a little bit after 8. So we will walk. Probably going to walk to, well, I'm not going to walk all the way home on camera, but I am walking in the direction of home. But this will be a nice little walk. I mean, probably wrap up this video at 14th Avenue. So 25th Avenue to 14th Avenue. Nice church. Just messing around with my camera. '86th Street at night. I always like walking down here at night. Nice and quiet now. Everyone's gone home. Most of the people that are not from outside the neighborhood that come in here shopping are all gone. Start to see everything shutting down. Just a nice, nice relaxing walk tonight. Got the fire department over here. This is engine company 253, which is one of a few firehouses that support the area down here. And I got some people walking towards me. And a doggy. There's a doggy. Mickey D's. When I was young, I used to be addicted to them. I don't eat it anymore. Every once in a while, I might get a craving and I will go in here and grab something, but definitely not food I eat anymore. Guess we'll wait for this light. We're on 24th Avenue, waiting for the light. Beat this car before it runs me over. Weather is very nice out. It's 60 degrees, very little wind, very comfortable, and just a nice night to be out for our quick stroll. It's a really bright light. So I do a lot of photography too, and I love coming down here at night with the camera and doing some nighttime street photography. And 86th Street has a lot of subjects you can photograph. It's pho number 1, Vietnamese cuisine. And you have the sushi place. That sounded like a work train. It was a very short train. So it was probably like a 3-car work train. As you can see, it is dark down here. Everything is shut down. Federico's Pizza. This used to be called Bad Boys Pizza back in the day. I say back in the day, maybe a couple of years ago. It's under new ownership, so it's now called Federico's. Here we are on 23rd Avenue. So this is normally, as I've said this numerous times in the past, this is always the crowded part of 86th Street, but with all the shops closing down for the night, we should be able to navigate through this. Gotta wait for some traffic to get across the street. Of course, the carrier is still open. They usually stay open late for people getting home late from work that need to buy their produce, vegetables, food. As you can see, all the shops are closed down over here for the night. Much easier walking right now. Very dark in this area. Got a train coming in, Bay Parkway Station. Alright, we're on Bay Parkway now. And hopefully my camera issues are cleared up. You know, sometimes like the camera I'm using, I think I don't know, I just think they want you to go blind, because everything on this camera is so tiny that, I don't know, maybe 10 years ago, 15 years ago, if you said, we're going to design a camera with a screen and with buttons smaller than a quarter, people would have said, yeah, I ain't buying that. But as is the case, as technology continues to move forward and continues to get smaller and smaller, so does the equipment we use. So, you know, I push a button and it does something else. Like I had pushed a button, I wanted to get the camera to move up, and instead it zoomed. So this is La Bella Pizza Express. Why am I showing this pizza place? I'll tell you why. Because the pizza is amazing here. So if you're ever in Bensonhurst, give these guys a stopover. Grab a couple of slices. Burger King. Have it your way. You get some interesting characters walking up in here at night, man. Hey, look at that kid. He's stuck in a window. Everything across the street is closed. I guess what we could do is we could walk back over there. It's lit up much more over there than is on the side. Here goes GameStop. I was only in that GameStop one time to buy a game for my nephew when he was a kid, and it was broke. Game didn't work. I had to come back and get a return. When I come back and get the return, they tell me, well, we don't have anything left like with that game. Do you want another game? So I was like, no, just give me back my money. And that was the end of that. So I guess you could say my overall experience with GameStop is 0 stars. Now, I'm not saying that they're that bad, but I'm just saying that was the one time I went there. You had one job, and that was to sell me a game that works. So yeah, wasn't happy about that. Not to mention it was my nephew's birthday, so I couldn't really get him anything at that point. The birthday was already finished. This is the Gap. Gap's been here a long time, man. Been here since I was a teenager. We're talking going back into late 80s, early 90s. The Gap is probably one of the few things that's still around down here on 86th Street. We're on 21st Avenue now. Yeah, like I was saying, there's a few things on 86th Street that are still here from when I was a teenager. Whoa! Somebody's coming out of there. Anyway, I was saying, there's a few things on 86th Street that are still around after all these years. Lenny's Pizza just recently closed, so that's not there anymore. But the Gap, let me think about this. The Gap, Burger King, McDonald's, and then, well, was Lenny's Pizza. All gone. Everything else is gone, actually. Here's Foot Locker. Now, Foot Locker used to be down there years ago. Then they closed down, and then they moved here years later. So I guess you could say they're still around. But yeah, I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think if there's anything down here besides what I just mentioned that's been down here since I was a teenager. Little busy area part. You got there goes engine 253. We passed by that firehouse earlier. This guy's trying to navigate around the truck. It'll be an accident. We should sit here and see how this works out. Wow, they don't even want to let this guy out. The driver of the truck is trying to stop them from coming. He just opened the door to block traffic for him. Goes our fruit stand guy is always down here, rain, snow, or shine. th 20th Avenue train station. Of course, I'm sure everyone has noticed we are walking underneath the L that services the D train. So over there, that food marketplace universe used to be PC Richards and Son. They closed down after the pandemic. So of all the stores I mentioned earlier, McDonald's, Burger King, I'm forgetting everything, but McDonald's, Burger King, Lenny's Pizza, which is gone, and then PC Richards. We're coming up on where Lenny's used to be. Here's Apple Bank. Apple Bank has actually been here a long time. Here's Lenny's. That's what's left of Lenny's. The Hallmark shop has actually been here a very long time, so I guess. And they're having a 50 to 80% sale, so I wonder if they're going out of business or they're just trying to clear inventory. That's usually not a good sign when a store is trying to sell 50 to 80% off. ruins. So I want to see anybody that's watching this that's been around 86th Street for many, many years, if you remember what used to be here. So there used to be a store, like a big department store used to be here. And it went by the name PR Grand. And everyone came into this store to get anything. It was like everything from picture frames to curtains. Just think of it like, you know, your typical like odd lot kind of store. And it took up this whole space here that you see here. So you see this social daycare that's right here, and then this flower shop. And it basically went from the ends of the flower shop all the way down. And eventually they went out of business. I guess the owner retired, sold the building or leased the building or whatever, and now you have these two stores. You have the flower shop, which the flower shop has expanded, by the way. I just noticed that. It looks like it's expanded. Yes, the flower shop has expanded next door, so there you go. The lamp place. Lady in here tried to sell me a lamp for $119. It was basically a stand-up lamp, similar to the ones you buy on Amazon for like 29 bucks. Many years ago, I had moved into a new apartment and I just needed a lamp, and she wanted to sell me a lamp for $119. That looked like $20 worth. So food truck over here. It is getting really dark down here now. Got the Chase Bank with the nice blue lights. I think we're gonna move across the street here. I gotta watch this car. He wants to turn. I don't want to get hit by a car. You know, during the daytime, I'm a little bit more aggressive when I cross the street. But at night, you can't. You gotta let these guys go through, even if you have the right of way, because they'll just run you right over.
Antenni.
Psychic Susan. She will tell you your future. That's some get up there, huh? Look at that. It's Chris's restaurant. And the Subway next door. And we're here at Marshall's. Boy, do I have stories about this place. Back in the day, man, when this was the Loews Theater, we used to, I'll show everybody what we used to do. But when we were teenagers, we used to send one dude in, he'd buy a ticket, and then he'd let us in through the side on Bay 19th. Oh, let me talk about this. This wall collapsed last week. I don't know if you could see it. Hold on, let me fix my camera and see if I can get this working. Okay, so that wall just collapsed on its own last week. And I was sitting in Subway when it went down. And I guess it's just been, the building is just structurally not sound. And luckily you could see how many people walk over there. I mean, even myself, I walk underneath there. And when this thing collapsed, luckily nobody was walking by. Here you go, Marshalls. So I'm going to show you guys something on Bay 19th. And by the way, I've never been in here. I have no desire to go into this place because of the line that they make you snake around on. But anyway, yeah, so we used to basically have a guy go in and buy a ticket. He would go in and buy a ticket. And then what they would do, and I'll show you, the doors are gone, by the way. They removed the doors, right? They sealed them up. I'm going to show you where they are. But we'd send the guy in. He would buy the ticket and then let like 5 or 6 of us in to see the movies. And this was back in like the 80s and 90s when we were teenagers. And you can see those are where the doors used to be. I don't know if you could even see in the dark. Can you even see? Oh man, I don't think you can see. Hopefully when I get home and I do my post-processing, I'll try to brighten it up. But basically you would come into those doors. He would come open the doors and then we'd walk in the doors. That's how we used to. It's basically how we used to get into the theater for free. I know everybody's going to hate on me for that and say, oh, you thief. But, kids didn't have money back then, All these places, man, it's just much different now. It used to be high-end Italian furniture stores down here. Nowadays, they just break the buildings up into sections and they make all these little shops. Now, I was going to do the walk to 14th Avenue. Well, I am going to continue walking to 14th Avenue, but I think we're going to end it here. And that's because, it just gets really dark down here. There's really nothing to see down here in the dark because we're going to be getting into the residential area. So, what we'll do, we'll end it up on 18th Avenue over by pizza place, Pizza Den. There you go. So yeah. Anyway, this was one of those very, I have to admit, was one of those very disorganized walks. Like I said, I was on my way home from somewhere. I had the camera on me. I had a little bit of battery power on here, and I was like, you know what? Let's just do a quick walk, say hello to everybody. That's it. We're gonna end it here, and we will see you on the next one. And I promise the next commentary walk I do will be much more lively. I know this one was kind of like spur of the moment, so I was really not prepared. But anyway, take care everyone, and see you on the next one.